I've been skiing at Sugarbowl for the last 5 years. That's why you should listen to me for this very important topic. You may be thinking, what important issue is he going to cover? The buildings burning down, the horrible new logo, or maybe even the disgusting new signs on the Judas side. They make every single trail look like a blue. That's not good. But no, I'm here to cover an even more important subject. I'm here to rank every chairlift. You may be hearing that and think, whoa, ranking every lift's terrain? No, I'm just ranking the chairlift. So, let me give you a rundown on how this will work. Each lift will be rated under 6 categories on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the best, 1 being the worst. They'll be rated on their looks, scenery, length, time, crowd, and reliability. Then I will combine all the scores and see which lift is statistically the best. I will also be making a normal like F to S tier list on my opinion on each lift. So without further ado, let's get into this. We'll start with the bunny hill lifts and work our way up to the expert lifts, and we'll end with honorable mentions of lifts that have either been removed or don't serve any terrain. Post editing me, real quick, I just want to say that everything in this video is compared to other things at Sugar Bowl. So a long lift line at Sugar Bowl is not comparable to a long lift line at Palisades. As well as that at the end, there will be a spreadsheet with all the numbers added up. So yeah, enjoy the video. White Pine is honestly one of the better bunny hill lifts I've seen. Nice easy slope, great scenery, and easy access. We're here to talk about the lift, not the terrain. The lift is located in a lightly graded area, which makes it feel different from the other lifts. It also serves as an out of base lift for the upper Judah lot. The lift doesn't take too long, but it is a beginner lift, so expect it to stop. After you reach the top, it's a short run to the bottom of Judah and a short skate to the bottom of Jerome Hill. This lift earns a 5 on looks for its unique top station, a 7 on scenery for its unique gladed Bunny Hill environment, a 2 on length because there's not much of a run from it or a lift ride. It's a Bunny Hill, don't expect much. A 5 on time because it doesn't take too long for a beginner lift, but expect it to stop. People are gonna fall. That's unavoidable. A 5 for crowd because most of the time it's fine, but on peak days it can get quite the line. And finally, reliability. It's a very reliable lift. I give it around an 8. It's often the first one open and one of the earlier ones to close though, because it is pretty low elevation. Yeah. Next up is the worst bunny hill lift, Knob Hill. This chair has become less of a bunny hill and more of an easy park lift as of recent years. This lift has a good view of the Market Street area off of Disney, but otherwise it's pretty bland. It is also the only easy way to the mid mountain lifts, so it gets pretty long lines because of that. It's also really slow and really ugly. Like, if you look at the footage, the towers are like really wide compared to other lifts. I give this lift a 3 on looks due to those ugly towers. Gets a 4 on scenery because, like, it's not bad, but there's just better lifts on the mountain. It gets a 2 on length. It has a 2 on time because of how atrociously slow it is. It gets a 2 on crowd due to how ridiculous the lines can get at the end of a day. And it gets a 5 on reliability because it stays running most of the time. But if it went down, it would be really bad. We have done it. We have made it out of the bunny hill into some actually good lifts. Welcome to Christmas Tree. This is one of the shortest detachables I've ever ridden. This lift, for the longest time, was just for racers and getting beginners back to Judah. But those times are long gone now. As of the 2023 season, Christmas Tree is also a park lift. You can officially watch people huck 1080s while going to a race and bring your beginner friend back to the lodge. That is based off of a true story. But due to all this, the lift gets very crowded, and it has one of the worst maze setups I've ever seen. Like, whoever decided to put like 5 lanes on it, but only a 4-person scanner should be fired. I give this lift a 9 in looks. Something about it just makes me tingle in all the right ways. I give this lift a 4 on scenery. It's just going up a hill. I give it a 3 on length. This lift is short, like really short, like as short as some of the bunny hill lifts. I give this lift a 10 on time. It cranks you up the mountain, which is amazing for park laps and racing. I give this lift a 3 for crowds. After they add the park to it, the lines can get out of hand. And finally, reliability. This is the newest detachable at Sugar Bowl, so it's pretty reliable. It gets an 8 on that. But it wouldn't be too like that big of a deal if it went down because it is fully accessible from Lincoln. It just takes an annoying cat track. We've made it to the bane of my existence. Jerome Hell. I mean, Hill. This lift has become a hell as of recently, due to it being the only non expert exit to the Judah area. This lift can build up quite the line because of that. It's an old detachable quad and seems to always stop when you need to get to the top. I give this lift a 5 on looks. It's like just a bland detachable. It gets a 4 on scenery. It's just going up a hill like Christmas Tree. I give it a 4 on length. It's pretty similar to Christmas Tree in length. It's just maybe a little bit longer. I give it a 4 on time due to how short the actual ride is if it doesn't stop. It gets a 1 on crowds. It's pure hell on peak days. And it gets a 6 on reliability because it's fine, but like if it did go down, the entire mountain would be screwed over. Oh my god, I did it. We've made it to the home of Cruisers and Ice, Mount Judah. This lift is one of the longer lifts on the mountain, but it is practically flat the entire ride, apart from one ridiculously high part towards the top. This lift is always overshadowed by its neighbor Jerome Hill, so it never really has a line. Once you reach the top, you enter a nice little grove of trees, and you can look up and see the lines off the summit lift. This lift gets a 6 on looks. It's the same model as Jerome, but it just ends in a cooler spot. It gets a 6 on scenery due to the top location being in a nice little grove of trees. It gets a 7 in length. It's a nice long ride with a decent run afterwards. It gets a 5 in time. It's not a very long ride, probably about 5 minutes, which is good because the run you get would be about that too if you're a slower skier. It gets an 8 on crowd due to most of the time it doesn't have lines, especially compared to Jerome Hill. It gets a 2 on reliability. I've seen this lift stop a lot this season. Now we're getting to the good stuff. This is my second favorite part of the mountain, Disney. This lift is a bit of everything. Huge bowls, steep faces, long groomers, and a really fun tree-lined chute that I'll let you find for yourself. But we're not here to talk about the terrain. We're here about the lift. And how good is that? I mean, it's alright. It's one of the more generic lifts at the mountain. It goes up and then back down. Nothing crazy. I give this look I give this lift a 5 on looks. It's just a normal detachable lift, same as Jerome and Judah. It gets a 7 on scenery due to the rocky face it goes over and the amazing view of the rest of the mountain. It gets a 5 on length. It's just a normal length lift, pretty much. It gets a 6 on time. It gets you up the mountain pretty quick. It gets a strong 5 on crowd. Most of the time it's fine, but because it's the main lift out of the village base, it can get quite the line. Uh, and it gets a 4 on reliability. It stops at least once a day, and when it stops, it's normally down for quite some time. We've made it to the big ones. You know how I said Disney was my second favorite area? Well, this is the reason why. Welcome to Crow's Peak. This is the newest lift at Sugar Bowl, and in my opinion, it's the best. It's located in the middle of nowhere, smack dab in the middle of a forest. This lift is amazing with trees for miles in every direction. And once you reach the top, the trees just seem to peel away into a beautiful view of the Sierras. The only problem with this lift is it's slow. Like, really slow. This lift gets an 8 on looks. It's a beautiful, modern Doppelmayr fixed grip triple, and it has one of the nicest color palettes. It gets a 10 on scenery. It's in the middle of a forest, and the beautiful view of the Sierras once you reach the top, it's just amazing. It gets a 6 on length. It's not a crazy vertical drop, but because of the trees, the runs tend to take a while. It gets a free on time due to the long 7 minute plus ride time. It gets a 10 on crowds. I've never seen more than a 30-second line at this lift. Even on a Bluebird Pounder Day, A, it's just, it doesn't have a line. And for reliability, this lift very rarely has mechanical errors, landing at a 9. Here we are at the most overrated lift at Sugarbowl. I get that the runs are good, I do, but are they really the best when Crows and Summit exist? If someone tells me Lincoln is their favorite lift, it's like telling me your favorite food is pizza and your favorite sport is football. Like, yeah, they're good, but you could spice it up a little bit. If I'm skiing with someone and they say, let's go to Lincoln, I'll still go because skiing's fun, but I won't be happy about it. I give this lift a 6 for looks due to its basic design. It's the same model as Judah Jerome and Disney. It gets a 10 on scenery. It's just beautiful, honestly. It's like Crows, but instead of trees, it's rocks and goalies. It gets a 10 on length. It's the longest lift on the mountain. It gets a strong 6 on time. It gets you far, but it's not the fastest detachable out there. It gets a 3 on crowd. It's fine most days, but on powder days and just any good day, its line will get ridiculous. And it gets a 2 on reliability. Strong winds, constant misloads, constant mechanical errors, and running slower than normal are all very common on peak days. We've made it to the last normal lift of this video. The one, the only, the lift that never runs, my sweet baby, my beloved, the greatest of all time, Summit! Okay, now that the glaze is done, it's time to actually talk. This lift never runs, and that is sad. The terrain is amazing, the views are the best on the mountain. Also, it is the only other way out of this area without taking Jerome. But the lift is boring as hell. It's pretty cool that they used the old Christmas tree lift for it, but apart from that, it's pretty bland. I give it a 4 on looks. This lift is super beat up and could use some new paint. The scenery gets a 10. It's kind of bland on the lift, but once you reach the top, it's the most gorgeous view on the mountain. It gets a 5 on length because it has runs of every length from the top, but the lift itself, very short. It gets a 4 on time because it is a short and worthwhile ride time. And it gets a 10 on crowds. I've been the only person on this lift on a peak time Sunday. And it gets a 1 on reliability. It never runs. For those of you who made it this far, I would just like to thank you. I had some troubles recording this video with script stuff and just many other things. And if you made it this far, I just really would like to thank you. There was more planned for this video, but I don't think I can get to it right now. This was a big toll on me. And yeah, I just appreciate for you watching me. And yeah, I hope you have a great day. Until next time, see ya.